Hello guys, this is my debut race in Ironman League. We are starting from P13, replacing Joni Tormala, and the lights are already all lit up and it slides out and away we go. And I get quite a good start. I already managed to overtake Daniel Kjelsen, but on my inside Nicolas Longuet goes for a late dive. Very nice move from him, but now we are getting sandwiched into turn 1. We have a bit of contact with both Daniel and Nicolas Longuet, and now I am going to try to stay ahead of Daniel Kjelsen going into Eau Rouge and Radion, and I managed to do so. He goes off the track by himself, and as he tries to give back the position to me, Otis Lawrence is already attacking as he started from last position on the grid, if I remember correctly. So what a start he had. And now I am going to try to stay ahead of Daniel Kjelsen, which I managed to do. I push him onto the curb a bit, but I think it was a completely fair move. And if you look on the top left of the screen, you can see that Duncan Hofland and István Puki are on wet tires. So at this stage of the race, the wet tires are much faster, of course, as we had heavy rain. So they should overtake us quite easily, but we will get them back later. As you can see, I make a big mistake through Puon, and I just give the position to Duncan Hofland, and I think soon István Puki will overtake me as well. You can see there's chaos in front of me, so I try to capitalize on that, but there wasn't really any contact that could put me in a position where I could overtake. But now Tamás Kökény goes a bit wide, and this helps me to overtake him. So it's a great start. We are P14, lost one position, which is Duncan Hofland. So it's quite good. Now we skip to lap 3 of the race, and Jarno Oppner is behind me. And as you can see, I just go way too deep through Eau Rouge, so Jarno will have an easy overtake on me. And now István Puki is behind me on wet tires. But as we skip to lap 5, I am already trying to attack Nicolas Longuet, but behind me Daniel Kjelsen gets a very good run on me through Eau Rouge and Radion. So now he will try to attack me, and as you can see, I just go way too deep and he manages to overtake me. So quite a few mistakes at the start of the race, and I have fallen down to P15, which is really not optimal. And now on lap 7 you can see Larry Tulke ahead of us on wet tires has started to fall back, as the wet tires at this stage were now slower than the intermediates. So everyone who has pitted for or who has opted for wet tires are now falling back, and I have caught up to Larry Tulke in a really bad moment, because all of the other inter-runners in this train could overtake him in sector 1, and now Larry is going to hold me off through the whole lap, basically until the end of sector 2 at least. And you can see the gap to Daniel Kjelsen is already up to 1.1 seconds. So if the track dries up, I will be outside of DRS, and this is really not optimal. As you can see, I'm trying to overtake Larry everywhere, but there's just no way I can, unfortunately. So now finally on the straight, I'm going to use all my battery. Larry cannot really defend himself, so yeah, it's an easy move, but we have lost a lot of time compared to Daniel Kjelsen. And now we skip to lap 9, and you can see the rain has stopped, and I started to get a bit closer to Daniel Kjelsen and the train ahead. And as you can see, I'm trying to use my battery to maybe get into the DRS zone before we pit, but this is just not enough, unfortunately, so we'll have to get back into the DRS on the dry stint, which will be really hard because that train will have DRS and I won't. But as you can see, Nicolas Longuet has opted to stay out because his teammate Diego Zorzo has also pitted, and I guess he didn't want to double stack. And this might give us an opportunity on the next lap to be in a DRS train with him. So let's hope it happens. Until that, I will try to push as much to maybe try and get into the DRS of Daniel Kjelsen and Bence Szabó-Kőnyi, but I don't really think it's possible. As you can see, the gap is already up to 1.7 seconds, and as we skip to the end of lap 10, it's already 2.2 seconds. Of course, they had DRS for the first sector. If you look on the top left, you can see that a lot of people have opted for the medium tires, and I have opted for the hard tires. So we might be able to re-overtake everyone and catch back up to them, as their tires will drop off earlier than ours. And as you can see, thankfully, Nicolas Longuet has came back on the track from the pit lane just behind us, and because he had fresher tires, I wanted to let him pass. And now Tamás Kökény is leading our train, who is on mediums, but already on lap 13, Nicolas Longuet will try to attack him, and this meant that I also have to attack Tamás as soon as possible and overtake him, because I didn't want Nicolas Longuet to gap me, because if like Tamás's tires drop off and I cannot overtake him through the middle sector, then I will lose the DRS to Nicolas Longuet, and that would ruin my race completely, because Nicolas Longuet is my only hope right now of saving my race. So as you can see on the last sector, I'm already trying to attack Tamás, and I will have to go around the outside through the bus stop chicane. Honestly, it's not my cleanest move ever, but I just had to do it. I apologize to Tamás after the race, but yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes you have to be a bit dirty. And now we skip to lap 15, and Nicolas Longuet has managed to catch back up to the DRS train ahead of us, so he has saved our race. And now I guess we are going to wait for the medium tire runners to lose their advantage and to drop off, and then pick up the pieces. There is rain forecasted for later in the race as well, so it will be quite interesting if the mediums drop off until the rain. And as you can see on lap 19, the medium tires have dropped off, and Nicolas Longuet is going to attack Daniel Kjelsen in the Camel Straight, and I will try to follow him, because it would be good if I could go with Nicolas Longuet. So I go down inside, and Daniel Kjelsen just goes off the track by himself. He stays next to me, but I just push him onto the curb, and like that you can't really do anything. So yeah, and now we are behind Julian Klaffenböck, who is also on mediums, and he's quite far behind Nicolas Longuet and Bence Szabó-Kőnyi. So it will be quite hard for me to stay within the DRS compared to them, because I am already outside of 1 second. So I will use all of my battery to attack Julian, and then hope that I can get back into the DRS of Bence Szabó-Kőnyi and Nicolas Longuet, because it's really important that I'm not falling off their DRS at this stage of the race. Now we skip to lap 22 and you can see I managed to stay within the DRS, and you can see that they are pressing the overtake and overtaking each other at the front, but I will be able to stay with them from this point onwards. And now we are on lap 27 and you can see the rain has started to fall. So now we need to figure out which lap are we going to pit, because this lap is probably too early for inches. So we will see what happens. But as you can see at the end of the lap, the DRS has been disabled, so we must pit. The DRS being disabled is always a sign to pit. So we pit for inters, and I was hoping that Nicolas Longuet gets held up by Diego Zorzo in the pit lane, and maybe I can overtake him. But instead of that, I actually overtake Venceslau Bocconi in the pit lane somehow. I don't know what happened to him, honestly. Maybe he got held up by others, or the pit lane turning wasn't purple. And now I can see that Nicolas Longuet is running on non-ERS, I think, judging from the speed difference. So I decided to overtake him, and we'll see what happens as Nicolas Longuet hits us under braking. We skip to lap 29, and Nicolas Longuet is attacking us, so I'm just going to let him pass. And I wanted to see if Nicolas Longuet was faster than me in the rain, because if he was, then it would be the best if he stays ahead, but wasn't that much faster. We lost time compared to Jack West, so I decided to re-overtake him.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good.
Yeah, it's quite an easy move. I think he's just letting me pass as well, so nothing more to add really. At this stage you can see Diego Zorzo has a 10-second penalty, and at this stage I was thinking that we have no chance of catching back up to Jack West, because he was just too far ahead and we wasn't gaining anything even when Nicolas was ahead, or even when I was ahead. So I just decided to fight with Nicolas Longuet to try and keep P6 for the race. He was a bit angry about this, I know that, but I didn't think anything more was possible than this, so I just wanted to keep P6. But at this stage, Nicolas Longuet has started to push a bit more, and you will see that from this point onwards I couldn't really re-overtake him, and I couldn't really keep up with him as well, so it was quite bad. And you can see the rain has stopped now on lap 35, and Nicolas Longuet is already pitting for dry tires. We have opted to stay out for another lap because we didn't think it was ready for dry tires yet. But on the next lap we need to box, and we can just hope that Nicolas Longuet comes out behind us. You can see Jack West also pitting now. Diego Zorzo also pitting. He will have to serve the 10-second penalty, so I will jump up one position in the pit lane, that's for sure. And actually it was quite a smart move from Nicolas Longuet to pit on the previous lap. First of all, because he overtook us, or not overtook us, he managed to stay ahead of us and extend his gap. And second of all, if he stayed out with us, then he would have pitted behind Diego Zorzo, who was serving the 10-second penalty. So yeah, it was great thinking from Nicolas Longuet. And now I am letting past Julian Klaffenberg, I used my overtake, so he has the whole straight in slipstream, because I want him to catch up to Nicolas Longuet, as I make a huge mistake. And you can see I managed to stay inside his DRS, and I was hoping that his tires didn't drop off so quickly, because I wanted him to catch up to Nicolas Longuet and Jack West. But unfortunately, already on the next lap his tires were dead, so yeah, I had to catch up to Jack West and Nicolas Longuet by myself. But as you can see, Jack West was on soft tires as well, so he was quite slow because his tires dropped off also, so it was quite easy to catch up, and already on lap 40 I have managed to do so. And this is something I really regret looking back to this race, because in this lap I really should have overtaken Nicolas Longuet and Jack West. I think I could have easily overtaken them, and maybe then I could have finished P4, but yeah, it's just I didn't really think that it was going to be so hard to overtake them. The next lap you can see I'm trying to overtake both of them, but Jack West covered the inside line perfectly, so I couldn't overtake any of them, unfortunately. And because of this, as you can see, I have no battery, and at the end of the lap, Bence Szabolcsányi, who probably saved his battery, which was smart from him, is now attacking us and going around the outside of Bastov, and yeah, he manages to overtake us, and he didn't really try to attack Nicolas and Jack West from this point onwards until the last lap. So basically this guaranteed us that the maximum where we can finish is a P5, because Nicolas Longuet has a way too big gap compared to Jack West, so we won't be able to catch up to him. And now we are on the last lap, and you can see Jack West is being overtaken by Bence Szabolcsányi, and I also overtake him. And I stopped using battery because I was saving for the last straight to maybe try to overtake Bence as well, but it will be quite difficult because his top speed was quite good during this race, and I think I will run out of deployment either way when I'm going to try to attack. And the dirt air is just way too big in the game, so I won't really have a chance to be as close to him as I would have to be to overtake him. But I mean, I will still try to overtake him. So I'm saving the battery for this final straight, but you can see on the final corner of sector 2 I just completely missed the apex. Meanwhile, Otis Lawrence wins the race by quite a big gap, I think over 12 seconds if I remember correctly. He had an amazing race, and now I'm using all my battery, but I already ran out of deployment, and like this I will have no chance of attacking Bence. So on my Ironman League debut I finished P6 from P13, which is quite a good result, I think. If you liked the video, then please like and subscribe, and I will be back with more content very soon. So goodbye.